What's up, y'all? We back again this week, earlier than normal, to do our Married at First Sight recap. I'm back, new wig, who this? This one doesn't seem to get the shock and the
Yeah, it's not
pause.
it's not that other one knows the
I know. I gotta figure it out, man, and I gotta figure it out fast because I kind of, well, like I was telling you, we still have to film the
yeah for the
review.
show.
Right, but I'm kind of like, okay, like I said the other day, the girl said I gotta tease it, but I'm nervous to tease it because I ain't gonna be able to take it back. What if I tease it and I still hate it? I can't take it back.
So aren't there people that do wigs?
There are, but am I willing to pay $1 million?
Oh, it's
No,
expensive.
that stuff, it gets really expensive. I mean, technically, I probably could watch a YouTube video and learn how to make my own wig. No,
No, but I'm talking about like to get that one correctly, the
I
way
mean
most.
it could, but it's also like, is it worth it? No, I'll just send my little money back because I'm not yeah, I'm not. That's gonna cost more than what the wig cost.
Got you. Fair
So,
enough.
all right, we back in full effect, and it's getting down to the wire, my friend.
Yeah, we. Yo, I don't fuck with Gina, man. Straight up and down.
I was going to say, first of all, I just want to thank you for actually taking the time to watch the show. It's always nice to hear like the thought process, especially when it comes from like men sometimes when it comes to stuff like this. So thank you
No
for,
problem, no problem. Thank
I
you for having
know
me.
it's like we kind of really need to watch the UK version because it
Yo, the UK is wild. Them clips you be sending me is wild.
is wild. And so I never get a chance because I'm trying to lower my consumption of TV
Hmm.
and be more productive in other areas, also for my mental health. But man, I was like, yo, I gotta get into it. So with that said, like you said about Gina, I ain't messing with her either.
No, she can go. She can go wherever she want to go. Just go.
I really I don't know what kind of game she's trying to play because that's the whole thing. It's you're having one conversation with the experts, right? You're saying that Clint was what did she pretty much say, that he was kind of weird. He
Yeah, he
was,
weirded her out. Like he is
yeah,
a weird.
weirding her out. Like he was like he likes to be the life in the party and that's okay. But see, it seems like also there's a level of insecurity there with her because
She likes to be the main attraction.
that's what, yep, she likes to be the main attraction.
So she
And
basically
so
lowers herself down. She wants a dude that is just gonna do is gonna be sitting in the back. And, oh, Gina, you're so awesome. You own a hair salon. What happened at the hair salon? Oh, let me tell you. Like you don't have shit to do but worry about what Gina got going on.
right. And I've been peeping that because poor Clint is just still in it to win it and trying to figure it out. And he is completely, like blindsided, like we said last week, right? So they talk about it at this ranch. He's like, okay, so I don't like what you said. Like, what did you mean by that? And it's still like what she's saying. It has no basis. It has no foundation. Like that's his personality. So you want him to dial back who he is? And again, what happened on wedding day? Because y'all was kiss, lovey dovey. Shout out to Chris.
The great Chris Brown now. He's up in our game online. So I gotta start putting respect on his name.
So
Did
we
not know that I did not know the SEO gods would give us that Chris Brown like this.
y'all, we did an emergency episode of our Aquarius podcast, and in regards to the shenanigans that have taken place over the past week when it comes to Chris Brown. So please check it out. It's hilarious. It's a good time. Our podcast in general is just a really, really
Oh,
great time.
awesome.
So y'all better get into it now. Don't be trying to book us when we got really crazy fees because it's coming. It's
Yeah. Oh
coming.
yeah. We're gonna be booked and busy. Is or Marion said.
Booked and busy. But it's so funny because I'm just really confused by Gina, and I kind of feel bad for Clint. We all feel bad. We've been
Yeah.
saying this because honestly, this is like a slow death. They should have
Death
tapped
by a
out, or
thousand cuts.
yeah, they should have said no that day they met with the experts mid-season, because the option and the opportunity was there, and then you're trying to still push through it, because you can't be mad because he said that he dates more athletic built women when you was calling him ginger, and he still didn't come at you crazy how you were coming at him when you were making those comments. So it can't be that. It can't be
Do you
that.
think that the other girls realize that she ain't shit?
Mm,
You think maybe they do now from watching it, but I'm wondering in real time when it was going on, did they know like, oh, she ain't shit?
I don't. You know what? It's weird because it seems like she and Jasmine might be a little like really cool, whereas Kirsten and Nicole are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that, but I feel like we also, when they're talking, we're never still really. I don't think she's telling them necessarily the full truth, because it's like in each conversation with people is different, because she told the experts one thing, and so I think that the girls probably think that they've gotten somewhat over this hump, because she told them at the bar this episode that as if she was open to staying together after decision day to see what could happen, because maybe she was in her own like, why
Ma'am, I
would you
don't get
say
it.
that?
Or I wonder, do she be like really like, yo, this nigga's a weirdo?
I think she really feels like he weird, but I think it's an excuse for her, because it's not like they don't have
Mm,
fun, and you consistently say like y'all feel like you're building a friendship as opposed to a relationship, which in hindsight you want your relationship to kind of be built on
I agree.
friendship, because you get along with each other, you know the things that kind of like early on, and you don't find it out later down the line, so you're really taking your time to get to know this person. But there's some sort of weird wall that Gina has up, and she can put the blame on Clint, but it really has everything to do with herself, because I think it is which will end up, this will lead me. Hi. Hold on. I don't want this to happen, because I can go in and cut this out.
So I'll entertain the live people. Um, yeah, Gina ain't shit, y'all. Jump in the comments and press +1. I don't know how many of y'all are in here. If you think Gina ain't shit as well, I don't. It's just not a good look for her, yo. Like she's just. I think, but the thing I think with the Marlboro man is, if he just plays the way he's playing, he can set himself up for a good woman after her. Because there's a lot of
Yeah,
women watching this, seeing like, oh, he a good dude. Let me
yeah,
get up in them DMs after this show over.
right. Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, we haven't seen that episode where somehow he ends up kissing Dom, right?
So is that just never happened or?
I think it happens, but it probably happens like I said, they'll do a meetup somewhere after decision day, because decision day is next week. And we finally have the clips where we see how Max said he is
Yeah.
slid into Gina's DMs, especially. Okay. I kind of feel some type of way, but we'll get there when we get to like Eris and them, like Eris and Jasmine, about the situation with Mac. But I think I really just feel bad, because I get it. Like, it's an experiment. You are walking blindly into something, and you don't know what the end result is going to be. You hope that you find your life partner, but ultimately you kind of are just like, I don't know. Like they might pair me with somebody that could just be like really like a terrible person, or it could be something kind of where it could kind of be dope, kind of similar to how it is with Chris and Nicole. Now I'm gonna say something
Mhm.
about as we learning more and more about her. I feel like there is a slight chance she might blindside him on decision day.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Go. 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 Go.
I could see Nicole blindsiding him and saying no solely based on the fact that the living situation,
And all the dogs.
um and for her that does not create a space of security. She does not feel secure in the relationship because of this, because you are trying to wait to see kind of like what am I gonna say. And also on his end, I feel like because he kind of does appease her a lot, he'll appease her in front of people, but I do respect the fact that he calls it out later when they in private.
Hmm.
Like, hey, I don't like that. Don't do this. So I don't know if it's that her personality, because Clint did say something very valid this episode. He was like, everything has pretty much been smooth sailing for y'all. I know this sounds terrible, but I'm waiting for y'all first argument to see how everything would happen. How are y'all gonna handle conflict? Because y'all haven't had any. They haven't.
No, they haven't. They haven't.
And so, they're still kind of in this honeymoon phase. But also, the other thing that's interesting about Nicole is because he is kind of so, I'm not going to say he docile, but like, he's not a confrontational person. And, which isn't a bad thing because it seems like he is definitely more level-headed
Hmm.
and is like, okay, I'm more of a logical thinker, whereas you might be a little emotional. And so I'd rather just not argue and fuss and fight when we both so worked up. And before the problem really, explodes, let's have a conversation about it. But I feel like Nicole is so used to the chaos. Like I said last week, she is so chaotic, she doesn't understand. And there's a lot of unlearning that people have to do when it comes to relationships.
Mm.
And so Nicole could potentially blindside him because he is not creating a space of security for her when it comes to what's happening after decision day.
Interesting.
That's
Huh.
all. Yeah.
No, 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 no. I'm with you. I'm with you. It's just
This
that's just
isn't dirty
interesting.
water, guys. This is lemons in here.
No, but I'm.
Um,
That's it. What that would be. Wow.
and for real, that would be explosive if that happens because everything was going so well, and it's like it's too good to be true. And like her daddy was like, I think he's a great guy. He don't do all this stuff to you. So I'm gonna support you no matter what you say. But I could really see Nicole kind of walking away from it, and you kind of feel like you feel her even teetering now based on that conversation she had. She's like, well, we'll just decision day is coming up. It's in a couple of days, and we just gonna have to see what happened. Like how she even kind of
Mm.
responded to him. And also my sister made a valid point. She was like, I could see him saying them saying yes, and then by the time the reunion happened, it could potentially diffuse because he didn't want to embarrass her on TV.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh, ooh. He is that type of cat.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think what's happening with
Mm.
Nicole too is I think the frustration kind of comes in with viewers and like even you and now me. I think that Nicole is overbearing, and she got to chill. She got to take a chill pill because even how she talks to the other people, like the other girls or whatever, she's having the conversation with Kirsten about her situation with Shaquille and whatever. And it's just how she's talking to her. Like, you are so deserving. You need this. Da, 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 da. And, I'm just, which is great. We love a supportive friend, but also it doesn't fully feel authentic. And even sometimes when she talks to
Mm,
Chris, it's kind of like she's kind of talking at Chris and not with Chris, like to him. And so it comes across, so which is also, like I said, when Shaquille walked out the rest of the bar that day, and he was feeling some type of way based on what Nicole said, which technically it wasn't bad, but inserted yourself in a conversation that was happening where it kind of is like she too has to be the center of attention. Well, I want to make sure like it's never a we collective. So
I see what you're saying. Yep.
yeah, so I could see how over time Chris could be like, or even based on certain, but I think they would definitely need extensive, extensive therapy, solo and together, because their personalities are so different, but it's so different that it can almost balance each other out. So it's like funny because, like, for example, with Aquarius, is for the most part, we're very outgoing people. We are the life of the party. We end up being the center of attention a lot. And I always say that when I date somebody, like when I date, I'm like, yo, this person kind of has to be more chill to kind of balance it out. Which is, I feel like, why they say that Aquariuses and
Mhm.
Libras make perfect, mates for each other, because they're gonna be more chill, more reserved.
Mm.
Yeah. Though they
Ooh,
be hella.
interesting. You said
But then here's the crazy thing about Libras. They be hella chaotic, low key. They love
it. On
drama.
the low too.
They love throwing the stones and then going to hide. So,
Ooh.
mm, ouch.
Ah,
But
that's
but
ooh,
think
man.
about it.
You
Like I could really, but it's never like, I feel like if that happened, they would have said something about it being an explosive decision day. And I feel
okay.
like they not
Okay.
capitalizing enough on it, because because I feel like that definitely deserves, like, you know, wait for decision day. Like it's we have,
Public,
right, like they would pump it up. They would pump
like a
decision
shocking
day up.
turn.
Yeah, a shocking turn. They would do everything to get them, make sure people tuned in for the live broadcast of that show.
Like I want. Did they ever? Yeah, maybe I asked you this before. Have they ever did like a redo for them the good people that been on there that got played by some fuck people?
So apparently Janelle said they tried to do that and it didn't. I guess it wasn't that
Oh,
good or something, or maybe I feel like they should. I feel like they should try to bring it back, because
because
I
Clint needs another go, man.
he needs another go. Jasmine need another go. Um, and it's people from other seasons that do too. Like maybe the girl Paige, comes back, and even
Is that the one?
because
Is that the one? What is the girl's name that had the drop that was with the fucked up dude?
yeah, that is her Paige.
Okay, Paige. Okay.
And then even so, like 90 Day Fiance, right, is on TLC. They have like 14 spinoffs, all stem
Damn.
from this one show. So they had a show where the people ultimately, like, if they didn't stay together, because, like, 90 Day Fiance is a whole thing. Like, you have to get this K1 visa, you have to get married with, like, it's a whole thing. Like, people dating people internationally, on chats and all this stuff, FaceTime. And there's some people that's really trying to be together, and you be trying to figure out if it's authentic, or if it's somebody that's trying to just use me to get a green card. It's a whole thing. So they have a spinoff, because the memes of the dude, Ed, that don't really have no neck. He's like a shorter guy, and the neck like kind of melts into his shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Like he can't really turn. So he's from 90 Day Fiance. They have a
Ah,
spinoff show, and he ended up being on one of the spinoffs where it's like something about like happily ever after or whatever. So he ends up like talking to this waitress that he has this crush on. and it's like a whole thing because like she's like so much younger than him, and I think she is younger than his daughter. It's like it is like so they have like I'm telling you they have like 15 spinoffs of 90 Day Fiance. So they
Oh
have to
wow.
figure they have to
Why
figure
not?
out.
Why can't they then?
I don't know, but I just feel like and maybe they had maybe it was a show. I know one of the show was like I could be wrong where it was like unmatchables, like the Married at First Sight unmatchables. So it was like people, but that one it really wasn't like it was like people that were actually casted, I don't think.
Ah,
So I don't know, but
okay.
I'm like let me look. Because it would make
It would make sense
sense.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Married at First Sight. Yeah, they had a show called Married at First Sight Unmatchable. And so technically, so that would have been a show where
Former couples came through.
yeah, but this was people that was never casted. They were the rejects.
Oh, so no, I'm talking about you take
Yeah, that's
somebody
how I
from
feel.
one cast and match them up with another.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like they should try it and where like maybe y'all don't get married, but we want to give y'all the opportunity and maybe even
Exactly.
match, yeah, mix and match people, maybe bring in some new people. Um, because I think it could work. Like, but just like how we think on this one, who should have been matched with whom, like matching people from other seasons. Uh, yeah, I don't know, but moving on, let's talk about your boy Eris and Jasmine.
I don't know. I just think he's trying too hard. And I just think he needs to go on and blowtorch this whole situation and quit trying to bring this because he not feeling her for real. He feels bad that he didn't do well though. I think.
Well, I
So he
think
just need to go ahead and do a scorch earth policy on this whole situation. Just say fuck it. It's done. It's done.
I think Eris is a person. I feel like he probably has always, when it comes to relationships, uh kind of does something that men typically tend to kind of do when they do like people is self-sabotage, and they do things to pull away, or they won't open up enough because they kind of like somebody, like things like that. But the interesting thing is that him not realizing what intimacy meant. Like not realizing the
It goes
intimacy.
back to the mama thing, man.
So I'm telling you, there's something up with that situation with the mama. And he can play it like they goody, they buddy and stuff, but there's something
You're
weird going
100%
on.
correct.
And because it makes no sense. Like how you have been moving about and dating, like yes, we everybody needs both of their parents, right? But there's certain things that you get from your mom, there's certain things that you get from your dad that kind of help you, thrive in the real world, right? So you not understanding that
Hmm.
intimacy can exist without two people getting on top of each other. It's just wild to me. You're 40 years old. It makes no sense. And that's I don't like that. So that's a red flag to me. And I get it, like men mature. You would Yes, we can blame it on men maturing slower than women, but I can't in this case. I can't. Like you don't have
So,
homeboys that are married.
do you think she's gonna? You think that he can maybe save the situation, and at all?
I I feel like there's the possibility that they could potentially say they gonna stay together because they kind of want to see how things can kind of roam, like go about without the pressure of the cameras, right? And you having to consistently be on. I can see them doing that, and then by the time also the reunion comes about, they won't be together. So I could easily see that. Daryl, hello. I don't know. I think we lost Daryl. Okay. So we lost Daryl. So hopefully he pops back in, but I'm just gonna hold down the fort. So I think it is weird. It's weird to me that, again, like I said, he is much older and does not understand the concept of oh, welcome back.
Yeah, my whole browser shut the fuck down. My bad.
I was like, yeah, and then I was like, wait, is he froze?
Yeah, no. So what I was asking before I got froze, I was saying, do you think Eris can really save this, or do you think she just like almost gonna just kind of run through the motions and get through this?
I think they kind of going through the motions, kind of. It would be kind of it would make sense for them to stay together.
Yes.
You're not really attracted to her. You're not, so I wouldn't. It would be silly for them to stay. And like I get it. Like think about like how the interaction was with between Jasmine and that guy at the bar, who was like instantly like, yeah, they had other things in common as well, but instantly like it was easier for her. You saw her at this level of confidence with Jasmine, where I feel like when it comes to Eris, because of the complications between them, you saw her kind of diminish who she was. You saw her kind of shrink.
Yes.
So it would be silly for her to stay with him. But I could see them, just because they've been talking about like wondering what things would be like after decision day. But they shouldn't stay together at all.
No. No. I mean, they should be. They could be cool though. Maybe she could hook up with one of her big booty friends, and everything and be on the up and up.
Yeah, and hopefully he will go to therapy to be like to unpack a lot of his shit, because this is, like I said, you got a lot going on, bro.
How did you think intimacy is only having sex is wild though? But it's a lot of people that's like that though, yo.
Yeah, but it's, and those people to me are always wild and strange,
All right, so
because it's the
Tio is Christian.
concept. Because the concept, when we talk about interactions with people, um, and falling in love with people, and like a lot of Aquarius is, we're sapiosexuals. Like we thrive on having like those conversations with
Hmm.
people, really trying to take our time to get to know people, and I've been fortunate enough to experience what love is like before ever having sex with somebody.
I agree.
Like my first love, that was our we he was like 2 years older than me. He never forced me to do anything, and we just it was dope to thrive in that space, right? So I understand that this you can love somebody without somebody physically ever touching you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, we would kiss here and there, but it was like, like we were, younger, and into high school and things like that, and college. So I think that people, yeah, it would make sense for them to to stay together. But I'm gonna tell you my other issue with Eris. My other issue with Eris is the whole situation, the conversation that he had with Mac. And Mac kind of telling him, like, oh, he thought Gina was really pretty, blah, 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 blah. Like, why not? Because he know it's not gonna work with them anyway. So blah, 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 blah. So Eris, they link up and Eris doesn't say anything to Clint about it. I feel like he should have said something to Clint, um, just so and not in front of everybody, so he wouldn't feel embarrassed, but off to the side.
Mm.
Because he's like, hey, I know you out here really trying, based on the conversations that we had. You my boy, and I'm trying to look out for you. Um, Did that shit, bro. Like, Mac is out here like sliding in DMs or whatever. I just want to let you know in case.
Which is some snake shit on the low, regardless, even though it's not your homeboy, but y'all
Yeah,
searching
it's
some
just like I don't want you to feel blindsided about anything, and so I'm just giving you a heads up. I know you said y'all met up and y'all had a conversation. Well, this is the update. And I feel like him saying, that's not his place to get in it. I see what he's saying, but it's also like you developed a friendship with Clint. And I feel like, I know y'all have a bro code, but y'all be telling niggas shit and be trying to prevent niggas from doing stuff. Or you might say, hey, I saw, I don't want you to have egg on your face. It's a way that y'all tell people stuff, but no, I think that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, he just it's yeah. I think that's some snake stuff Mackenzie's doing though, man. Like,
Yeah. I feel like he should have waited, if anything, till after the show was over, and then that could be like a conversation. But
right,
like while filming is still happening because you met up with this person, and it could all be staged, right? It's still
true,
reality
true,
TV,
true.
but I don't know. I didn't like that.
Because it's like yeah, and you know what I'm thinking? I wonder if he ends up finding out though. You think Gina's gonna tell him?
I don't know, but if she don't, it's gonna come out at the reunion anyway. So she should.
Like, no, she ain't gotta. Well, you think as though Gina do it on some fuck girl shit? Gonna be like, I mean, well, Mackenzie's. I've been talking to Mackenzie. Like, what you mean you've been talking to Mackenzie?
Because you talk like that.
Yeah. I mean, we're just real friends. We have a lot in common, and he's not
Right.
injured.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I could just really see. I would hope. I honestly, I hope Gina does tell him,
I hope she does.
because if she didn't, and also, I don't know if they were. I don't know what the social media policy is for the
I think
show.
you can't like that. You can't. You got to go. They go private, right? They all got to go private.
They go private, but if he sent her a message and if they're not following each other, if they can't follow each other until like after the show or something, but I feel like no. I feel like they probably be following each other because this came up in San Diego, and they was talking about the dude Justin following everybody and like blocking them.
Oh wow.
So I feel like, because that's what I was gonna say. Because if you're not following somebody, you won't get that message. It pops up in the request.
Yep.
So if she doesn't check that, then she won't know. But at this point, as they're filming, it's not like it's like a million people following her already. I don't know, but I think it's either way you go, it's still messed up.
Oh, so did Justin not stay with his lady? Because I'm looking it up. I didn't know
No,
about.
they didn't stay together. That was the dude who he like the 7 foot tall guy that kind of looked like he from Kenya or
Yeah,
something.
but he's
And he
not.
was super emotional. If he was too emotional for her, because that girl go out with a girl now.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I don't know why they chose to stay together on decision day. And then after they said that they was gonna stay together, they broke up before the damn cameras stopped rolling.
Hold on, I'm looking
Talk
this up
about
now.
chaotic.
Like, yeah, this is a lot. So
Yeah.
she's with a girl.
And then even when it comes to like
Oh, I see now. Okay.
yeah. But even still, like I think that's the weird thing that really blew me because I kind of really just feel like Eric should have definitely said something to uh Clint about it because I feel like in previous seasons and well now I will say I will say kind of to a certain degree some of the men are not as close as they have been with the other men in the other seasons. Um, so maybe that's why he could have potentially did that, but I would just not want to have somebody embarrassed. Like we gotta go, we gotta act, regardless of what the decision is,
Just
we
let
have
me
to have a
know.
reunion a show, and you gonna find out. I want to let you know this. Like this isn't shade. This not be me being messy. I'm not.
I'm gonna say we're not gonna be together. I'm just letting
Yeah.
you know. I don't
So
want to
you
even
definitely,
play
because like
you.
I still feel like Clint is holding out for something to change, and it's not.
And that's man. I feel that's the Marlboro man. Maybe he does know, and he's just trying his best. Like I'm also keep putting my best foot forward to the end, and I'm gonna do everything I can until
Yeah.
the end. And maybe that's what he's. That's maybe that's the play he is. I mean, I'm just wondering because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, why is Clint even dealing with all this shit though that she putting out there?
Man, and then even which kind of leads me to Kirsten and Shaquille because I feel like I wonder what's really going on with her family. Like, are they in a mob? 'Cause she said, you know how her daddy didn't want to film, like he don't want to be on camera.
Yeah,
Like, but then her mama was. But none of your other siblings showed up. Like, y'all had something planned. Y'all writing love song. You trying to really check, get him engaged and check in. And I feel like he started to be in his head a little bit. Like, like I was telling you last week. Also, low key kind of passive aggressive, but I feel like he did calm down this episode. But when she said the thing about the dad not wanting to film, because he was kind of feeling the type of way. I
yeah.
was like, it's Nashville, which ain't far from Memphis. What you
Oh
bet he
shit.
really wrapped up in some stuff.
So you say he Tennessee Black. That's his gambling. He a gambling bookie. He know
It's Power Book 2 over there.
or I don't know. You haven't seen it, but it's Sylvester Stallone got a new show called Tulsa King, where he's like an Italian mobster and go to Tulsa to start up some more stuff going on for the mafia in Tulsa, like in the middle of nowhere, middle of nowhere or whatever.
It's like because I mean I get it, but it's just also it's like okay, your daughter got married, you still haven't. But also, what is weird, you couldn't have taken him to meet your daddy on a day that y'all wasn't filming because the cameras don't stay with y'all 24 hours. Like
Right.
then
Well,
they
I
have
could
they
just come through when y'all shooting from 7 to 9. I'll
yeah
be
we
through at 6.
Yeah, or no, meet me here because in the apartments they do have cameras, like, and
Yeah.
when that captures footage. But come to my house, I will meet you then. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. And then she because was her dad at the wedding?
No,
He is a mafia guy or something.
because he probably was like, she ain't gonna get cast for that shit, and then she got casted.
He's like, y'all know she crazy. She ain't getting
Oh,
cast for that.
they're not gonna pick her, and then they did, and he was like, oh yeah, so about your wedding, I can't come.
Oh, I gotta, I gotta work.
Right, I gotta.
I gotta work. I got a job. I work construction.
And so it's just like I said, like it's really strange that he like and you talk about kind of being like a daddy's girl growing up.
That's
So
what I'm. That's
mm,
I.
because she, was like, she does talk about her siblings, like always trying to look out for her siblings, showing up for them. And they came to the wedding, but I don't know. It's just really I don't know. There's something I want people to let go of the idea of power couple. And I think that's what annoys me the most
Yes.
about them.
Yes. The idea of the
Because
power
when
couple.
they were talking to Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal, like that term consistently comes up
I
and
don't
they
want to do
did,
business with nobody I'm dating.
huh?
I don't want to do business with them. Period.
Yeah, it's really weird. And they did that last year with Stasia and Nate. And the word power couple, like, I want to be a power couple. I was like, I don't. It's actually like you do your shit, I do my shit. We just dope to people together. But like this superficial idea of a power couple, it's like it's a disaster waiting to happen. And that's what has happened because it creates a level of pressure and perfection that doesn't exist because we're all screwed up people.
Yeah. I don't understand him. I just don't understand. They just need to let it go too. Fuck it.
They need to let it go too.
And you know what? And probably I could see how both of them can get and particularly Shaquille at the beginning, getting caught into all the things that look right, the bells and whistles at the beginning about Kirsten. He's an
Yeah.
alpha, she a AKA, she's educated, she's cute, she got a big old booty, like she's
Yeah.
decently intelligent. I mean, I think that's up for debate on that note. But I can see him seeing all those different things of that, but when they digging in, it ain't the type of woman he really wants.
Yeah. Which like you said, like it speaks to him how he thinks, talks about her job and different things that she does. And I feel like consistently discrediting her, uh well, I need this from you. And then, like I told you, like he wants somebody that's just gonna be at home and be a stay-at-home wife because
Yep,
he want to be able to control the narrative and what's happening.
that's
But I
exactly
don't
what I'm
care, even if I'm a stay-at-home wife and I come home, you come home and I ask you, like, hey, how you doing? And you just being fucking dry to me. Like, I don't want to deal with that every day.
and,
Like
and
not
and it's all about you.
talking. Like it's just really weird. It was cool. Like, yeah, I understand like you had a long day, but like you should come home. Like if you need to go decompress first, then
Go do that.
you need to go walk around the mall and get your steps in.
Talk around the mall.
Because I would not want to deal with that every day.
Hey, and it's the funny part about it is that nobody, I guess, in that, at least I feel amongst them, nobody is being real with overall who they really want to be.
Yeah, I think that people are just trying to be like, oh, it's cameras around. I don't want to embarrass nobody. But the way, like I told y'all couldn't listen. Cast my black ass for this show.
Yo,
I would be pure entertainment. Y'all would want to give me a
that
spinoff
mouth
afterwards
shit.
just because I'm funny. And I would be like, so
Yeah, I did.
why?
I
Okay,
mean,
so I'm just trying to, and I would say that in front of like the experts and my partner. I'm like, okay, so why did y'all think it was a good idea to pair me with this person? And then I'm like,
hmm
I want to know what went into this, like especially if it's like already with energy out the gate. I'm like, so why did y'all think that this was a good idea to pair me with this person? And then go from there.
explain that to me.
Yeah, explain that to me. I was like, so I need to understand the mathematics and this science that y'all talking about because the math not math and the science ain't sciencing. And I was like,
The science, not science.
the science is not sciencing. And I'm not getting it. So I need to see the charts. I need to see the reports because it don't make sense.
You got to see
So, but yeah,
you
I
need
don't know.
all
I'm
the information.
you say who?
I said you need all the information.
I need all the information. And it's crazy because like now I'm
Yeah, I'm
thinking
saying
about
before when you on the show, I'm talking about.
Yeah. I I'm serious. But what's crazy is that I really believe that I don't know. Like I felt like the other week I was really confident about decision day and and the people that I was picking to stay together and to like disperse. But I don't I don't know no more, man. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous for Chris and Nicole. I hope they work it out. I hope they stay together, but I'm a little nervous. What?
I mean, I want to see. I want to see everybody just not be together and like have like a whole scandal. No one made it this season on Married at First Sight.
Just like that? No.
Yeah, the blockbuster season. No one expected to end like this.
Yeah. I don't
And
know.
then
I
get a
just
little closer, be like, I don't like that bitch. Woo! But no, it's I'm interested. So the next week's the choosing week, right?
yep. Bum
All right,
bum
let's get to these
bum.
predictions. Yeah, predictions.
Dog. I don't know. Okay.
So are you going for the offer? Are you going to go ahead and it's like when you play spades online or with there's different styles of spades. You can do nil, where you can bet nil that I won't make any books. Is that is that? Are you going with the nil bet?
Um, yeah, whatever that means. Yeah.
Like no books. Like
No
nobody's going to be
books,
together.
nothing. I don't know. Okay. I still have hope. A little I have a slight it's the mustard seed, and that's all you need is faith of a mustard seed for
Yes.
Chris and Nicole, right? Um Nobody else should stay together. We know Chris, we know Clint and Gina are breaking up.
That's a done deal. If any of
That's a
them, we
done
know.
deal. Um Nobody else should stay together
Yep.
because no matter what Kirsten does for Shaquille, it's never gonna be enough.
Yep. Because he don't respect her.
He doesn't, and then um Aries is just a little too late. He a little too
Mm,
late.
tardy for the party.
Yeah. And yeah, we just gonna see how this pans out. But I'm gonna lock that in. Now I'm
Okay.
not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm locking that in. Because definitely nobody else should stay together. Nope.
Ooh. Ooh. I'm gonna go. Chris and Nicole to stay together. I'm. I think. Yeah. Nobody else will stay together.
Nobody else.
I was trying to formulate my mind on where Aries and Jasmine can stay together,
They
but then
shouldn't.
I'm like,
Nobody else should stay together because
yeah.
that's a wasted day. Y'all wasting each other's time.
Yep.
Let's just go to the court and get this over and done and get a divorce and move on with our lives. Like some of them might have good friendships or whatever and just say, like Chris and Clint and Gina, they'll be friends. They live in the same building, they'll be friends. But yeah,
A
no.
question for you. So, do they have to sign like a prenup before this?
No, they
Because I'm thinking, like, let's say I'm worth 900,000, $1 million or whatever. I get on there and the jig like, well, shit, he
they
on.
I think they check people's financial situation, but they don't I know I but they don't because I know it came up in San Diego with Stasia because I think Stasia has some money and she wanted to do a post nup, and Nate at first wasn't open to signing it, but I think eventually they did because I believe they stayed together, but ultimately they got divorced.
So somebody was so Stasia had some Britain. Oh boy was trying to take some of her money.
He wasn't trying to take any of her money, but she just wanted to protect her assets.
Okay.
So
Is this were they? Is this the one where they was like a toxic couple together? Stasia.
they wanted to, yeah, they wanted to be the power couple. He like worked in like trading or something, and then she did. I think she did real estate too, or maybe she was, or maybe she had something where she made some good money.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking at her IG now. Like she's got the influencer thing popping.
Yeah, so
And this one was in San Diego. Was she
yeah,
on?
San Diego.
I would say she LA on her.
Yeah, so
So I guess people don't jump down and be like, okay, I can do that. You know.
but yeah, man, we looking forward to next
So
week.
yeah, let's next week, y'all. You want let's do you want to do a live right after the show?
Yeah, we can do live right
So
after the
like
show.
like a live like as soon as it's over, we got so that means we gotta watch that shit live. So
Yeah,
right after the show, we'll do a recap, live recap
yeah.
of the not the reunion of choosing day. That sounds so choosing day.
Choosing day, decision day.
Sound like some pimp
Yeah,
shit.
I'm down. Listen, y'all just gotta remind me not to get distracted with basketball, okay?
That's true. That's true. Let's see. Oh, damn, what game's gonna be on the day?
I don't, well, my sons are knocked out. I can't believe we went out bad like that. We went out real bad.
Oh, that went out real bad though.
Real bad. And I just don't understand. Like I thought like I was like, okay, maybe they'll get they letting them build their momentum so they can like tire out. But
Yeah, we're not gonna know necessarily because
yeah,
the way
because
everything's set up.
it's fine. I'm down. Like I said, like I can just look at the recap later of
Yeah.
the game. But I'm down. I just gotta remember to set my alarm because I think I'm trying to think of how it airs out here. I think it come on at 5 o'clock out here.
Okay. So okay.
So
So
yeah, I think
they
it
don't
come on
delay
at
it for
4:30
y'all.
or 5 o'clock out here. So I just got to make sure I got the time right. But definitely down, and don't forget to subscribe
Yes.
to our podcast as well. Everyone needs an Aquarius because y'all do. We got whiskey sour.
And shout out
You
to
got just
somebody
kicking
hating on the
it.
clip. One of your people hating on the clip. Oh, so everyone needs an Aquarius, and I was like, most definitely.
Why gotta be my people?
Because if I went to their page and they follow you,
Send me that post so I can.
it's on the clip page. It's on the Instagram on our clip.
I didn't get an alert about that, but then yeah, I'll go back.
Yeah,
I'll comment because y'all do, because we really great people. We make the world a better place. And don't forget, like you got the candles. We got a promo code Aquarius at checkout to receive your discount. And what else you got going on, D?
not a damn thing. Just working on all these shows and real gig work. That's it. But yeah, man. But shout out to everybody that's been checking us out, man. Like this has been it's been snowballing. People start coming in more and more every week with stuff. So I'm sending you the person now, though. They on here now.
Okay. Well, y'all, we're gonna see y'all here next week. Thank you for tuning
All right,
in.
see y'all. Hold on, I'm sending you this person now.